Welcome to my very first Shameless Season 11 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you aren't caught up to the point where I am at rewatching or watching Shameless, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case and you find out that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for all of you out there that are wondering, I have seen Shameless all the way through at least one time. Some episodes I've seen more than others, and for the most part, this show I think is really, really good. However, these last couple seasons are kind of the low point of the show, especially I think this season, although my opinion could change, but I'm rewatching it to let the show resonate, and people asked for it, so that's why I'm doing it. At the end of this video, with about 20 seconds left, I'll put my Shameless series finale rant video right here. If you've seen every single episode of Shameless and you want to hear my thoughts on the series finale, you can click right there. That'll be the link to my series finale rant video. So, with all that said, this will be Shameless Season 11, Episode 1. The title of this episode is This is Chicago. And this will be my review reaction recap after just finishing watching the episode. So we have Frank Gallagher being followed around by, I'm guessing, a college student being recorded by a video camera, talking about the history of Chicago with the Gallaghers having a big part in it. The person asks if any of this is actually true, and then we have a banner in the background that says Black Lives Matter with George Floyd on it. This episode, this season being recorded during, I believe, the heavy COVID restrictions, but you were able to do stuff, but it was heavy restrictions. Lip and Tammy are woken up by Fred crying. He's now teething. Tammy thinks she's going to die from lack of sleep. Tammy will get Fred. Then she tells Lip to start coffee. Tammy needs Lip to run some errands, so Tammy's very bossy. Lip kisses Tammy, and then she's like, and then she goes to brush her teeth. Like, Tammy apparently has some bad breath going on there. And then Carl is training to be a cop. He's chasing someone for training. He didn't shoot him because he knew he could catch up with him. And now Kev has started shaving his head. Why? V is making weed gummies and weed brownies and weed everything. Amy and Gemma are actually rolling up blunts for Kev and V. I don't like that, but V's like, I don't want them doing that. And then V tells them to get ready for school and don't forget your masks. COVID stuff really annoys me, so I'm a little negative when it comes to that stuff. Like I said, this was, I believe, filmed during the height of the restrictions, but you could do stuff, but it was very restricted. And then Kev says that Gemma rolls a good blunt. Ian wants Mickey to get a job. Ian says he's going to start digging into the wedding money stash. And Debbie is now on the bracelet with what happened with Julia from the last season. And Franny's putting some bling on her bracelet. Debbie has a sign that says Debbie does everything now. Sandy doesn't seem too impressed, nor does Liam. Frank's upset with the Prius crowd that is moving in, as many moved due to the COVID hoax, Frank's words. Debbie meets Barry, who's also on the bracelet for a statutory rape. Ian finds out that only IOUs are in the wedding stash box. Mickey has spent all of their money. So he's being a lazy ass and spending all their money. Mickey says, quit being a bitch. I'll pay it back. Ian's got to get to work. Tammy has more errands for Lip. Tammy tells Lip not to forget to wear a mask. She doesn't want to get that shit again. Masks don't work. Carl talks to his superior as cops are dying because of the Rona, and he might have a chance to be out there on the streets because of all that. Kev's motivating people in the keg zone. He also has everything for their cannabis needs now. And then somebody's complaining about their crypto that's doing really bad. Kermit asks Tommy what a socially distanced wedding is like. The alibi is actually secretly open to, like, super big regulars. Because Frank comes by, he's knocking on the front door, and then everybody panics. Cap tells everybody going back, and Kevin V put their masks on, and he goes to see who's knocking, and it's just Frank. So Frank does some more complaining about the world that's going on right now, And then we have Debbie trying to finish a job, and an older woman tells her to stop as she's on the sex offender website saying that she did somebody that was 7 years old. And Debbie's like, what the fuck are you talking about? She doesn't actually say that, but her facial expression does. Lip gets Tammy her latte or her coffee and actually grabs a glass from outside to not have to spend the money to, pay for a refill instead of a new one. Ian complains to his coworker about his marriage. Lip brings Tammy her drink, and Tammy says, oh my god, delicious. On the sexual predator website, it says Debbie messed around with a 7-year-old. Julia was 17, and she's only like 6 months less than Debbie. Carl is on the stand for the stuff regarding the garbage man and the guy that was kind of pulling the strings of those garbage men, and he does pretty good, despite potentially committing some perjury. Like the prosecutor, or was it the defense? The defense was up in his grill, like, questioning about stuff. He's like, no, I bust my ass. I'm from the south side. I'm not going to stop. And Lip goes to get paint. Tammy wanted a specific kind of paint, and Lip gets the cheaper stuff. Frank wants to sample instead of V and Kev's weed. Frank talks about my body, my choice. I agree. Everybody complained about, you get vaccinated. My body, my choice. Anyway, Frank wants to make sure the murder rate is rising. Kermit tries a weed brownie. It's pretty good. Calls Tommy a chicken. And then fine. Tommy's like, fine, give me the damn brownie. And then Frank wants a free sample, and V gives him a dirty look. Carl's going to be a good damn police officer. Ian comes to see Lip and at Lip's place and Tammy's place. Says the whole marriage thing is harder than it looks, and Lip really doesn't care about money. Tammy cares about it a lot ever since the pandemic. And then Lip complains or tells Ian to compromise about the marriage. Debbie makes a call, and Julia's age will be fixed, but they won't remove the picture of her cleavage. Kermit had 3 brownies. Tommy had 4 brownies. Frank wants to get a gas can to light a cop car on fire to create chaos. And then in the bathroom, Kermit kind of touches Tommy's ass, or in the behind. And then they're all weird looking. And then they go in one of the stalls. And we don't know exactly what happens next, but we can only speculate. Interesting scene from them 2 regulars at the Alibi. Ian tells Mickey, or actually before this, we find out that Carl has become a cop. And then Ian tells Mickey, we've got to be honest with each other. No more secrets. Mickey says he's not great with rules. Carl comes by and they're like, what the hell? What, you got a cop uniform on now? And he's not officially a cop until the next day, but he wants to wear it. They gave it to him early to wear it for the ceremony. And then everybody comes over to Lip and Tammy's place. I thought they were supposed to be super social distancing. All the characters are there except for Frank. And Frank does a narration during this scene about all of his kids. The Gallagher way. This is our Chicago. It's disappearing fast. Before it's come, we're going to enjoy before it's gone, we're going to enjoy every fucking minute. And then we have Sandy dressing like a Girl Scout to have some fun with Debbie. That's the mid-credits scene, and that's what ends this episode of Shameless. So, I don't know, like, we had the last episode, the finale of Season 7, and we had, Kev proposing to V, and that doesn't get touched upon here. Not yet, at least. I don't remember if it does or not, but I don't know, I just felt a big dip in quality. It's been a big dip in quality for a couple seasons now. I'm going to score this episode a 6.2 out of 10. And for the character of the episode, everybody kind of did the same thing. I'll give Lip the male one. Thought about giving it to Kev, though, and Ian. And then for the female character, Debbie, V, I'll give it to Veronica. And then special consideration to Kermit and Tommy. When I watched this season initially, I thought they were the highlights of this season. And right away, they have a weird, strange, like, what the fuck moment in this episode. So you've heard everything that I have to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Shameless and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please don't forget to smash the like button. Otherwise, I will send Frank Gallagher after you, and he'll get what he wants somehow, some way. Remember, I cover a lot of stuff on this channel, so just check out my playlist. There will be something else besides the show that you'll like. Share the video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platform. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Shameless. What would you score the episode? Who would be your male? Who would be your female character of the episode? And anything else that you want to add to it. Remember to click right here for my Shameless series finale rant video, assuming you've seen every single episode of Shameless. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. Subscribe to the channel. You're already watching the video anyway. Join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDev TV.